You might think, oh, stuff it, this is driving me absolutely mad. We got shadows, we got wind, we got funny glare happening.
We've got aeroplanes flying overhead, and we're wearing sunglasses. Apologies to those who didn't want us to wear the sunglasses. The thing is, the sun is directly in our eyes.
It's just too squinty.
Yeah, and if Casey Neistat can wear them indoors, we can wear them outdoors when there's actually sun.
This is why we usually record indoors, because it's a lot easier to control all the elements. So
let's get to it.
That's it. Thank you so much for your suggestions in last week's TBC chat time video.
And today we thought we would address one of the most common ones that came up, which is how do you deal with hate as a vegan?
Yeah, so you're a vegan and everyone's hating on you, and you're trying your heart out to communicate with people the truth, and you're giving them all the right information about animals, about health, about the planet, environment.
Yeah, but they're getting angry, or they're getting offended, they're getting worked up.
They're getting aggressive, and I want to argue with you.
They're not caring about the suffering of animals.
Yeah, you're basically getting a bacon though comment, and you're thinking, are we living on the same planet here? Because I'm giving you all the information and you're coming back with nothing but apathy.
Yeah.
And it's infuriating, isn't it?
It is. And
it's very hard.
Almost every vegan, if not every vegan, can relate to this in some way, shape or form.
Yeah, now a lot of this happens online because it's so much easier for people just to hide behind the keyboard and say whatever.
Or an anonymous avatar profile, exactly.
Yeah. But a lot of it also does happen face to face. I mean, I've experienced that with a family member who actually agreed with everything I said. They said, you're doing the right thing. You're doing wonderful things. I agree with everything you say, but I'm just not going to do it.
I just don't care.
They say I don't care. Yeah. I'm like, oh my God, where do I go from this point? And in that moment, I was speechless and my heart just dropped to my stomach and I just walked away. I'm like, there's nothing more you can do at that point.
Yeah, and what you've done since, which is what we recommend that people do when they're faced with such apathy is you're going to have to create some healthy boundaries, and sometimes that involves some distance in terms of how much time you're spending with that individual, even if they're a family member or friend.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you can choose your friends. So if your friends are really peeing you off, see you later, find a new group of friends. Family's a little harder, but healthy boundaries are necessary.
Yeah. So the first thing, it's really important to understand why people are reacting like that. And the most common reason is to do with human psychology. First and foremost, veganism is clashing with people's two core belief systems, which is carnism and speciesism. Carnism, that it's normal, natural and necessary to eat animal products, and speciesism, that we're entitled to because we're somehow superior to all other species on the planet.
So what we're doing as vegans is we're pushing people's buttons, and those buttons are what Luca just described, and that's why we're receiving this backlash.
Yeah.
And it's not, the thing is, you have to understand that it's not you specifically as an individual, it's what you're presenting to these people, which is veganism. That's what they're debating and really hating about what you're saying.
Yes.
It's not you specifically.
No.
So you can't take it personally,
No, because what happens is they're holding these core belief systems of carnism and speciesism, and then you present veganism, and the two are obviously complete and utter opposites. And if the person were to continue to hold those same two belief systems plus veganism, it would create a very uncomfortable feeling in the mind that's called cognitive dissonance.
Now, they might actually go vegan because of that, or they're going to hate on you.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it helps us as vegans to deal with this aggression and this hate and this backlash when we understand where it's coming from.
That's right.
All right, so what other genius tips do you have for us, Luca?
Well, to be honest, there's not a great deal that you can do because no one can actually make anyone go vegan. Oh God, how we wish we could.
Poof, you're vegan.
But it's just not possible. The person is either ready to receive the message at that point in time or they're not. First of all, you've got to make sure, are you appealing to the right aspect of veganism for that particular individual? Health, environment, or ethics. Which one's going to do it for them? And sometimes none of them do it.
Yeah.
And when you're up against a case where none of them are going to do it, you just have to say, you know what, say to yourself, I've planted that seed, but now I've got to walk away because I'm wasting my time here. This person is clearly not ready in this moment to receive the message.
So the main thing is not to take it on board. You can't control how somebody else is going to react to the information that you're giving them. All you can control is how you are reacting to their reaction to the information you've given them. And that's all you can do. It's case by case, walk away, plant the seeds, and then detach from it.
And unfortunately, there are going to be billions more opportunities, literally, for you to have the conversation again with perhaps someone else who is more open to hearing the message.
So it may get easier as you continue having those conversations, or it might get harder for you and you might think, oh, stuff it, this is driving me absolutely mad. It is infuriating, so it's important that you take care of your mental health as a vegan.
Yeah.
Have some time away from social media. Don't read all the comments. You can post something on your Facebook and you don't have to go back to every response. Just put it out there and walk away. Go and walk the dog. Go and watch a funny video. Do some exercise or whatever's going to lift your spirits and get your mind off the hate and the apathy.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of exercise, now that you mention it,
Yeah.
you can actually use these situations as motivation for your exercise.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
Read some YouTube comments before you go out for a run or a cycle or lifting, like, oh man, I'm so strong right now.
You'll probably hit a personal best.
Yeah.
Another great tip is to visit an animal farm sanctuary and connect with these beautiful animals that we're all trying so desperately to save the lives of, and spend time with their beautiful, compassionate, peaceful, loving energy. And that will, you'll absorb that, and that'll recharge your batteries for the next round.
Exactly. I think at the end of the day, all we can do is be the example that we want to see in other people. So give them the information, walk away, and then you just be that example of what you want them to ultimately be. If they do it, they do it. If they don't, they don't.
Yeah, which is why it's very important to day in, day out, work at becoming the happiest, healthiest, fittest version of yourself.
And we know that this is a lot of talking, a lot of words, a lot of, yay, positivity, but at the end of the day, it can feel like shit when the people around you are just so apathetic. We understand that, and that's a lot of the reason why we spend a lot of time alone or just with each other, because it is very hard to deal with, and I think we need to acknowledge that as vegans. But that's the world we collectively created and currently live in, so we just all have to do the best that we can do. Take care of yourself, and don't take too much on board. Don't take it too seriously. You have to just drop it sometimes.
So that's it, guys. Hope this helps. Leave your thoughts and tips down below.
And please suggest another topic for next week's TBC chat time. It sounds so exciting, doesn't it? Like, ta-da!
Like, share and subscribe, and remember until next time that going vegan is not the most we can do.
It's the least we can do. Thanks, guys. See ya.
Bye, guys. Bye.
And people love to hear this from somebody else. Oh, she tried it didn't work for her either. See, I'm not alone. Someone else tried it didn't work for them. It's not just me. So the more we have this kind of